Springboks had their first match of the season on Saturday against the World 15. Joining me in studio are our sport editor Garen and chief writer Rob to recap that game for us right now. Garen, first game of the season. Why don't we talk about strengths first?
Hi, Jen. Right, okay, so as you said, the first Springbok game of the season, there was a little bit of rust in the opening 20 minutes where the World 15 actually took the lead, a little bit of an upset perhaps on the cards at that stage. But the Springboks soon found their gear, got into, first gear, if you like, and pulled away quite convincingly in the end. They won 47-13 in the end. The World 15, as we mentioned last week, individually fantastic players. They haven't really trained together for much. They didn't really know what was going on around them, it looked like at times. But, they put in a spirited performance. Nick Mallett, the coach, never likely to put out a team that isn't going to be competitive. But credit to the Springboks, they really, really improved in the last hour of the match and scored some really impressive tries towards the end as sort of the World 15 ran out of legs. So in terms of strength, it was great to see players like Bakkies Botha back on the field. He was actually the official man of the match. Really doesn't seem to have lost a lot of his firepower, having played in France for the last couple of years. Great to see him reunited with Victor Matfield in the second row. Another great performance from number 8, Dwayne Vermeulen, playing for the Stormers at Newlands as his home ground. He really put up his hand as well. And in the back line, I thought Villiers Leroux at fullback was really, really impressive as well.
Nice. Rob, what strengths did you see?
I saw quite a few, Jen. It was, these games are very hard to judge. A World 15, a sort of team that gets cobbled together a few days before, and in truth, I've heard that there was a fair amount of partying on the side of the World 15. I mean, they get together. You can imagine it's not an especially serious game for them. Of course, they're gonna take it seriously in the sense of come the day they want to do well. Their professional pride on the day certainly gets them motivated. But they've come off a really long European season, most of them. And you could see that they were, it was difficult to sort of really gel. They came out with a sort of almost a sense of desperation up front. Caught the Boks a little bit cold. I think that the physicality maybe knocked the Boks back a little bit. And Nick Mallett is a very shrewd coach, so he managed to, for a while, get the best out of the world team. But then their legs just went a little bit. And I did like the fact that the Boks got back into their habit that they were getting into last season of scoring plenty of tries. I think you'll agree, Garen, that they scored quite a few well-orchestrated tries. They were decent from broken play, and there were also a few set moves that seemed to work quite effectively. And they scored a couple of quite crowd-pleasing tries. So there'll be a fair amount of optimism, going into the Test season now that the Boks are going to keep their habit of last season of getting hitting the jackpot in the try column, which is what people go to rugby matches to see. So I thought that was a really big plus about the performance.